But the guy will ask for 100,000 Gimel to use the ship. And if you actually have 100,000 Gimel and you talk to that guy, the game crashes. So they didn't think you would actually get that much at that point or something. But the game will hardlock. These guys are wrecking it. Come on. So yep, this is Bonger Tower from the first game. Get through it. Can't run from the slugs, apparently. I don't grab that chest. That just says, okay. Yeah, ice magic sucks in this game. Oh, she has revived. Hello. So we're gonna go through this wall and grab, actually, the best shield in the game. So as you can see, now he's got really high defense. I could maybe run away from this, but... Well, in this game, it's not as bad, but in the first game it is. That's definitely the case in the first game. This game, there's some bad fights. There's some bad encounters, but... How's it going, HD? I'm just gonna attack this guy. Oop, well, guess I goofed. Ooh. Actually, I think those guys do take damage. Yes, they are weak ones. So makes sense. I just had the menu open there during transition. So yeah, we just need to grab this and Remon out. Well, that's not Remon. Remon's the teleportation spell. This is like Remain or something. Start medium. And so the reason we want this ship, of course, is so that we can get to the other continent, which was where the Eureka Flower is, which is the first item, kind of the first quest we did in the first game. So now we're back here. Oh, and through that door there, that actually goes down into a basement, and that's where the casino is. You get to play a card game there. And that card game is rigged. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's the guy. If you have 100,000 Gimel and you talk to him, he before doing Bonger Tower, he's game will crash. I shouldn't need to. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Court Castle, so I don't need to heal up. No, this game is rather stable. That's pretty much the only place where you can crash the game. Okay, talk to the king here, and he's going to give us permission to go and get. Ooh, and actually, I need to go through here. Down here. Grab this chest. This is a revive potion. There's some other interesting things that can happen. There's some debug stuff. You can, if you do like a certain button combination in the title screen, you can start the game at level 99. Okay, I can do Lost Command Village. So here's Lost Common Village. This is the starting village from the first game, and it's definitely been touched up a bit. We're gonna talk to this is Aleph mother, and Aleph is going to be our next character. But first, we've got to chase him. So this is like your break for the in the game. Oh no. So runs into Keel here, and it turns out that Aleph is like the apprentice of Keel. So he looks like a snot-nosed kid, and he is, but he is also the best character in the game. He gets the best stuff, pretty much. Oh, there is an item I forgot I need to buy for Rihanna. I need to buy this horn. I'm actually going to buy 2 of them because what I do is Rihanna. Give it to her, and then Aleph gets okay. Ooh, I also need to put Aleph with the pickaxe. Oh. Okay, I thought I read. Whatever. Yeah, I should probably axe heal. Okay, now we're at New Grand Cave, and it's about as easy as it was in the first game. You hold up for like a majority of it. We'll go through these guys. So enemies start getting to the point where they deal some damage, but nothing too bad. So now we got the Eureka Flower. And it's going to be important. That's what we're going to use to get rid of the eternal rain in this world. The Eureka Flower is also cool, as when you use it in battle, it casts Rurai, which is the healing. It's kind of like the level 2 healing spell. It's what this move is right here. So. Can't run from threes. I don't really remember the... Oh god. Okay. Die. Cave, so we get caved in here, but Keel comes to help us out. Okay, so we're gonna go to Court Castle now. And... okay. We're also gonna save, because you can die going to Omor Tower here. Unfortunately, you have to watch this slow animation. Okay. That's a lot of masks. We're trying to flex the PC Engine's capabilities. Well, hello there, dragons. Now that we have Aloe, we are pretty strong. Oh, of course they kill Aloe. It's like they know. Right, let me get into Mono Tower first. Okay. So in this dungeon, there's what is arguably the hardest, it's probably second hardest boss in the game. And it has to do with, oh, and maybe, can I use that? Ah, here we go. Okay. Yeah, you could use the Eureka Flower as much as you want to heal. Oh. Oh, okay, they have low health. Okay. Yeah, so what happens here is... We're going to the top of this tower to put the Eureka Flower up here to kind of liberate the like here. But Keel, well, spoilers. There's a demon who is set here guard, and it's Marius from before. And Keel's actually going to remove some of his power, but yeah, this is Marius. He's seen better days. So the demons basically abducted him and fused him with another demon. And yeah, he turned into that. I believe they fused him with Mellows. But yeah. Oh, why am I healing that? Okay. Yeah, so the demons shot his waifu, and then proceeded to do that to him. Okay. Yeah, watch out here. Okay, well. As long as it's not Rihanna. Okay, good. Okay, we're good. He is getting a good bit of crits, but unfortunately it's okay, good. Okay. And he's done. And then TR comes back. So since we, so the story of why Keel's still even alive and looks like that is because he actually fused with Lucifer's cells. And it's part of the reason why the world's gone into eternal darkness. So now that we're freeing it of it, Keel can no longer exist. Al's not very happy about that. And if you know the ending of the first game, that's Claire right there. And she even looks nothing like she does in the first game, too. Okay. Oh, gosh. Okay, so we gotta pick up some items now. Pretty much all we have to do is a few things to set us up for the final dungeon. Oh, whoa, whoa. No, no, no. Yeah. I don't know what was going on there. And we have to get our airship back. We have to get a few other things, but right now we're gonna get out of some boss armor. Oh, oops, I pressed the wrong button. So now we need to go back to Port Castle. And talk to the king, and he will give us nice sword for Aleph. Then we need to go back to Montgomery to get our next mission, or our next objective, which is we need to go to the rest of this world. Okay. Now Tiara's gonna run ahead of us, and now Dewey's gonna come back. Alright, so we're going to focus. Nice equipment now. Oh, so now we have the double Meteo, which is pretty OP. This is the best part of dealing with random encounters. We could even run from this one, but I'm not even gonna go for that. Wow, I'm surprised that. Yeah, I'm surprised that did not. Okay. Okay, can we run from this? No. Okay. I learned the incident. We will annihilate. Oh, Dewey died. Oh, I know why Dewey died. Because Dewey has very, very early game armor. But he's gonna be fine. He also has a low defense anyway, but we might have something better for him. Yeah, he has no armor on right now. There we go. We'll give him that, and that's enough. Okay. So we have to go through the Wineland Dam Bandit Road. Yes. Am I going the right way? Yes. Oh, I made the mistake in this dungeon, which is to go up, you don't want to go up any stairs here. I should probably just attack. Okay. The usual rule is if you can easily kill them, then you can probably easily run away from them, but it's not always the case. No. Okay, so maybe the other side. Ooh, we gotta watch out for these dragons. I just that was an insta death move I just cast. Okay. Ooh, yes. Yeah, so this is Maplethorpe. We're gonna buy an important weapon here, which is the parrying dagger. So the parrying dagger will let us equip another weapon, which is the dagger. And that will be better than what we have on now. Now, even though you see just a little bit of damage go up, you actually get a lot more because you attack twice. So it's huge. And here they just have the ship chilling, so we're just gonna steal it. So this is the city of Oak Hill. And this guy's gonna call us in because they found Tiara. And we talked with Tiara, but she's unconscious right now. She's sick and she needs a herb. And to get that herb, we need to go to an abandoned fortress. But right now we're going to pick up some stuff. We're going to pick up some weapons. And some armor. So. And that is going to be it for now. Where's the armor? I have no idea what this encounter is. I don't think I've ever seen this one before. Actually going the wrong way. I need to grab the ship again. Okay, so these guys, now that we have Dewey, we can cast instant death on them. You go farther north to this town, which we don't need to go to. But, Ow. Goodbye, Fate. So this is the Yaktuan Fortress. And, oh yeah, Dewey gets knocked out here, but Shai and Lanzo come to save the day again. Alright. Turns out that... Down goes the skull mice. It's choosing the wrong thing to attack. So, find a few different things here, and one of them is the herb that we need for TR. One last encounter before we leave. It's not... There's not really much info on the guys who are here that threw you in jail because you never see them again. It's kind of just... I'm not even sure if they're with the Dark Society either. Let's give Jaya back her suit here. We might equip that. What's that do? Let's equip that. Yes. Okay. Go back to Oak Hill. And now... talked with this guy. And he gives us the ocarina. And the ocarina does not call the golem in this game, because there is none. But it does call, it does instead call the arc. Also, oh, Jaya should get the... No, she's gonna get the... I need to get... the necklace. Where's the necklace? There it is. Okay, so we're going to go to the Sea God's Temple, which is southwest. Oh, there we go. Oh no. Okay. Okay. This. So, one of the reasons we need to go to the Sea Temple is, or I suppose it is the main reason we go here, is to get back the Bushido. Because now that we have the Ark, we can go to the final dungeon, but there's a barrier that we can't get past without the Sword of Darkness and the Sword of Light. And that is a magic potion. I'm gonna grab there. Oh, come on. Ah, gosh. No, die. So one of these is actually the earring. There it is. Earring's the best accessory you can get in the game. Dude, these plants can't leave me alone. Okay. Oh, there's a big boy here. Oh, hold. That's the spell for him. Ow. There he goes. Yeah, they try to hide that there. Yeah, pathway. Ugh, no. Leave me alone. Just let me get to the boss. You know, for extra safety, I might grab the Eureka Flower again. Okay. So there's a summoning gate here, and here is the Fiend Echna. Okay. Okay. Of course, always axial Alex first. As you see, he just increased his physical his attack by 200, so he is doing great. Okay, now confusion in this game. Nah, we'll just cure it on her. If you don't want to hit it basically just affects who you target. It doesn't so much affect what you do. So if you just defend in confusion, you won't like do some random action. But oh god. Okay, she had already moved. But that one turn before you get hit with it, you might do something you don't want to. And hopefully that doesn't happen on the final boss, because he can troll you pretty hard. And there she goes. So we get a cutscene with Raphael, and Raphael is Angel, and it's shown earlier that Raphael is actually Rihanna's brother. And he asks her here to return to heaven with him. Fate's not happy with that. So Raphael gets rejected. Yay. Alright, so after he gets denied, we get the Bushido back. Which I'm going to click on him right now before I forget. Oops. Escape. So there's only 2 more dungeons left. We need to get the Sword of Light, and then there's the final dungeon. So now, to get to this next dungeon, this is the most confusing thing. You cannot get into the final dungeon, and there is no hints whatsoever. Not the final dungeon, this next one, which is Orchid's Cave. There's just no hints whatsoever on what you're supposed to do. So, because if you come here, you'll just go here, and then nothing will happen. That orb won't open the way. So what you have to do is you have to talk to the bartender, and that's what gets you through. And I was stuck on that for so long, because it's just... I talked to everyone in the town, but just didn't think to talk to the bartender. And it doesn't help in every other town, the innkeeper is usually also the bartender. this is the dungeon you went through to fight to get the teardrop and T and you won. I'm gonna equip this on you before I forget. Some little rolls. Okay. Oh no. Oh, she's dead. I did not see what she was doing. I also didn't realize that Fate has 392 HP. I don't know if that's right or not. Maybe it is. No, that wasn't right. What? That was weird. You just leveled up and had less HP. I don't know what that was all about. I mean, if the game wants to give me that, I'd have kept it. Okay, now we're just gonna get out of here. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna go to Lost Common Village. Now, the thing about the final dungeon in this game is there's no real place to save. It's really I save here, and then I have to struggle bus it through the final dungeon. So I can't really safety save now. I think I can now that I grab the oh, here we go. I think so now that I grab the keys and I can take the gargoyles back, but we'll have to see. Okay. Here that has it? Yes. Also, there's another thing too I'd like to get before you fight the final boss. Okay. You can in the last room of the game you can encounter what is essentially the like metal slime of this game. These like bugs that'll, if you kill them, they give you a bunch of XP. And I would like to encounter one of those and kill them because they'll give me a level up and that'll refill all my stuff. Okay. We're grabbing this. This is a 5. Okay. She can attack, but she won't be too useful. No, or I would probably speedrun it. I actually looked into translating this game. There's kind of a problem with it, in that the game's text is compressed. So it would be rather, it would be a rather difficult task. Definitely not, out of the realm possibility. I mean, there might even be a team. There's teams that have expressed interest, but haven't exactly stepped up. This is on the PC Engine Super CD-ROM 2, or essentially the TurboGrafx CD. Yeah, I'll use it for this one. I think I'll start repeat after this battle. Okay. Definitely a lot I don't know about this game, so there could always be, this is as premature of a route as there could be. Yeah, I think he could, oops, I'll use it on her. Ooh, we need to watch out for these blue dragons, because they can do that. Alright. Wow, they're still not dead. Oh, jeez. Ooh, come on now. Come on now. Okay, well, they're priority number 1. I just can't. Oh, they're still not dead. No. No! No! Oh, God, that's just... That's the fattest F ever. Yep, so that's how you can game over. Ooh. I mean, that is just zero you can do in that fight. If you just keep getting hit with insta-death, there's zero you can do. So yeah, definitely going overestimate with that one. That's just... I'd say less than unfortunate. The blue dragons there are a rare encounter anyway, so to even see them, for one thing, to even see them is bad, and then to get that on top of it is just the worst. And they also targeted the exact people they needed to target. They targeted Aleph, then Fate, then Rihanna. So... it doesn't get much worse than that. So yeah, they knew insta-death was pretty bad. So in the third game, they made insta-death's accuracy something stupidly low, like 5% or something. To the point where there's enemies, there's bosses that will cast it a bunch, and they're pretty much free because you'll just never get hit by insta-death. But on the flip side, when you cast it, it's totally useless too. But it doesn't really matter so much in that game. Oh, I have 425 HP now. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if it's an ability or something that I'm ignorant of. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, apparently these guys are fighting you on this tightrope. Not sure how that works, but... we're definitely made it back to where we were a bit faster. I don't even know what that thing's supposed to be either. And I still have no idea why Fate has that. Okay. Ow. Ow. There. Oh. I got I got wrecked earlier, Chaos. You missed it. I got insta-deathed. No, it's actually been going pretty decent. There was some issues in Sorartu Cave, and then I died there, and that's pretty much been the only big thing. The only big things. So those blue dragons we saw before that wrecked me, they have a higher chance of spawning in this room. Okay. I might as well go extra. Hold on. Yeah, these guys have a decent bit of HP, but... ooh, wait. Not that far enough. Here we go. Looks like we're gonna need to use one of those magic. Yeah, we'll use that. That's fine though. I should have more than one, so I think I missed one of those the extra items, but that's okay. There's actually another way to get MP back too that we'll probably use in the final fight. Just gonna brute force these guys. Okay. I forget what this fiend's name is. Just gonna do the usual strat. So yeah, we're doing heaps of damage now. Just the final one on Giants. Nice. Nice crit.
Hello.
Stop healing yourself, please. And it's gone. Each of these bosses drops crazy amounts of XP too. Okay, so now we're actually in the underworld. So this is where the demons are. So okay. We're gonna go to our first gargoyle statue and I'm gonna use my oops, not that. I'm gonna use my berries. So we'll go ahead and insert that, and that will let us teleport back if we needed to, but this boss we don't need to do that with. Okay, good. That's our next fiend. This is Astaroth. He got upgraded from the last game. Well, if you want to know what he's doing there, your guess is as good as mine. I didn't care to investigate that one too much. I think that might be him casting Rostom on everyone. Okay. And there he goes. Okay, this is the final stretch. Oh yeah, that's our another magic potion. I thought we could run that. Okay. Okay. You want to take out those owl dog slugs, because they have a hit all move. Oh boy. Okay. deal with the big boy here once those guys are gone. Okay. Oh, and this is some armor. I believe this is the armor for Fates. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. That's actually the oh, and this is the armor that sorry, I can't put it. Yeah. That's actually the fairy armor from the first game. You know, I have not been getting that many ambushes, so I can at least be thankful for that. Okay. So this area here. Oh. It'd probably be faster if I did this. Okay. So this will teleport us back here. And we're just going to leave, and I'm not sure if that's the last one, but if it is, I don't want to find out too late. We'll go ahead and save, because I would like to not have the run get killed. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, what am I? No. Oh, and I can heal everyone up too. Although I don't need to. There's one more fiend, and then the final boss. Yes. We'll find out pretty quickly if this is the right place. Yep, it's the right place. Also, one other thing I might try and go for... Oh, well, she already has it. Yeah. I'll take one encounter here if I get it. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is the enemy I was talking about. This is like the metal slime of this game. Oh, he left. I think I'll take one for added safety, or get this encounter. Gosh. To be honest, I didn't know there was anything else other than slime here. I don't know. I'm at a good enough level, I think I'd be fine. I'll do one more and then we'll go. Okay, after this, then we'll just send it. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? This guy actually hits really weak. So he's taking HP from the dragon behind him. And I was wrong. This is actually Astaroth. Can only survive so long, Astaroth. We'd like Aleph to get it crit off. Aleph probably has the best crit. He'll die eventually. Oh, there we go. Once his dragon's gone, he's not got much left. Oh, well, he can do that apparently. Oh, of course. Of course! Oh, man, that's so bad. Only something like that would happen to me. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I would like some... Okay, let's see what she's at. 32... I'll take one here. If I get it, that would be nice. Okay. Now we're at Dragon Quest levels of RNG. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. I'll. It's not needed, but it would be pretty good. Okay, I can't go for it anymore. It's not worth it at this point. We're about to fight the final boss. Having to heal here with Fate's not too big of a deal. Really, you're just using Jaya for healing, so... But... No. Okay, we're going. We're sending it. Yes. By the way, here's the, like, 4 pillars from, Volcano Trap. Your, other allies come in. Even Shion. Okay, so there's something really important I have to do here. Yes, no, no. Yes, no, yes. Fate, yes. Okay, that's it. Okay, so you could choose who you have, who you fight the final battle with. But whoever you choose, though, you have to re-equip them, so we have to go through here and... So yeah, we're gonna get some loops here, but that's fine. I'm trying to find this. Okay. All right. And he gets the other ring right there. Okay, so this fight, you're going to, is a pretty big struggle. He has, Ramium here has fused with Lucifer, so that's Ramium's in the middle there, but he's surrounded by Lucifer. And okay, actually I'm gonna defend. So what we're praying for is that we do not get confused, especially when we're healing, because if we do, we can, for one thing, we can heal the final boss fully, which is really bad. Okay, so when he casts this is basically Dispel. So we are just ooh, should have probably. Okay, good. Cool thing is I have my all of my revives and everything. So if something like that happens, So, bad stuff that can happen. He can confuse you into fully healing him. And you can also confuse... He can also confuse you into casting the axial on him, so you increase his physical damage by 250%. Which is just great. Okay. Okay, I mean, him spamming Dispel isn't the worst thing. Okay. I don't have a problem with it. I forgot Chia. That happened, okay. So he also has a hit all magic move we haven't seen yet, and we probably don't see it that much. Dispelling? That's fine. Okay. Yeah, I should be spending my turns getting more MP. So you have a move that you can use to absorb MP. Oh, okay, here's his, uh-oh. Okay, we got it. No! No! This piece of shit. Oh, sorry for my, French, but that's, yeah, that's definitely what you don't want to have happen. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to do that. Yeah, so, this is basically like we just started the fight again. Don't I have some healing stuff? Okay. We're gonna have to... Oh, no upshaw. I need to... It doesn't really matter because it does hit, so... Okay, he crit him. That's not good. See, you could, it can all go downhill really quick. Fortunately, Rihanna has this, which can... He always goes after Rihanna, too. It's like he wants it to happen so bad. The worst one is, it's still not as bad as if you hit him with Axial, though. That's the one that is... we're going to use our magic potion. Well, okay, let's do that. And that. Now you could just say, oh, well, just don't use the full heal thing, and, it'd be fine if he didn't do more than 80 damage. I'm just gonna defend with her. And you know what? I think this happened in my PB as well. That I got hit that. Okay, here's the spell we don't want to see that much. Once in a while, okay, but oh, yeah, like, yeah, this, yeah. Okay, so now we're going to hope he doesn't do it again, and then, okay, there we go. Okay, and then now we're just gonna ourselves, you heal, no, you heal, you heal. Of course. There we go. Gonna be a little bit of time before we can get him back up. Uh-oh. Okay, good. Man. It's better to do that. Oh, nice crit, bro. Could you please not do that? And I'm, the reason I'm doing that full revive there is so that, it has 100% accuracy. That's what that move that costs 20 MP does, so. does not like Aleph? Who he does not like Aleph? I'm glad I chose to do that. Okay. Let's. He's going after Aleph again. And there's not really a way. Lamium's just so fast here. There's not really a good way to get faster than him. He really doesn't like Aleph. Okay, oh no, we're overestimate. The fact we're not more overestimate is surprising to me. Right. Here, let's do this. Ooh, she needs to do that. What is estimate? You know, I can't remember if I healed them or not. If I, shelled them or not. Nope, I didn't. No. That. Okay. Okay, well, that worked. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I've been saving it. Where is it? There it is. Calculated. Don't crit me. It's not my fault you messed up. Uh-oh. Well, this is fine. Ha ha ha. Yeah, this guy, if you haven't found out already, he has a lot of HP. He probably has, I'd argue he has more health than, I think he has more health than almost every other boss in the game put together. He has too much health. About time we see some crits happening. I keep wanting to defend, but I think it's probably best if I try and get some more MP. And he's done! And you get some useless XP. And time is after that. Oh, God. Rip. There we go. So, well, the game's technically not done yet. We still have to, Oh, and this is the, music from, the first game. Oh, wait, whoa. Oh, I know what's wrong. Might be. We need to talk to this guy here. Alright, there we go. I need to unbind that trigger. And so the end of the game is the wedding, of course. Yes. Or did he? Yeah, so originally, Fate was gonna sacrifice himself, but Shion decided to do it instead. To make up forgive his sins. Alright, well, that is the game. Yeah, that could have gone better, but at least we got to see some final boss trolling. Yep, they're riding off to Far Gaia. Clearly don't understand the power of Fate and his magical arc. Somewhere Akafumi Kaneko's in here, but I don't know what his, oh yeah, there's the voice actors too, if you wanna... I don't know what Akafumi Kaneko's kanji is. Basarayuki and Riot. And here's the end. and it doesn't go past this. The game just stops here. All right. Yeah, you have to reset the system. All right. Well, that's this game. So tomorrow, tomorrow morning, hopefully, I might start a little bit later than I was going to, but I'll let I might start at 11 instead of I think 10:30 is what I said. Yeah, tomorrow we'll have Wild Arms Alter Code F and Wild Arms 5 after that. So stay tuned, check those out, and then we'll be done. Alright, guys. Well, anyways, hope y'all enjoyed the run, and good night.
So Angus is a big badass, and he is, I'm gonna go with a he. He is a tank, a real tank. He also deals a buttload of damage. So it's just super useful, and we will use him a lot.
Yeah, so you can see here, Finn's not in any of the cages because of the same reasoning. I like to think that we keep him in a cage like a Pokeball, and so they just didn't notice him when they kidnapped all my friends. We left him in the cage or something.
So we'll save all our friends except the one we keep in our pockets. That's fine.
Yeah. And actually, if I got into a fight before this moment, Finn would have been in our party. Good stuff.
Again, it's just a funny case of the game being a bit confused.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. It's just a little bit of a cutscene skip there. Not super crazy.
Yeah, so it's a couple seconds, or a few seconds. Right, so now the gang's back together. I get to play again, so that's nice.
Rip my solo run. All right, so Angus has a side quest like everything else, and he's just as important as Finn, so, you know, history shall repeat itself, except in a nicer way. So we're going to pretend that we're going to help him. We're actually going to go inside, and he's going to be happy and join us. And then we're going to change our minds and leave. He's not going to be pleased. He's going to leave our party again. But the game really, really thinks that we should be friends with him. So we're going to hit the save point, and we're just going to close the game. So at this point, the game is pretty convinced that we would have done the side quest by now. So it doesn't care anymore. It's just given up. He's in our party now.
So yeah,
so we kidnapped him too.
It's where Bunny likes to refer to Aurora as a serial kidnapper.
Yes.
It's a bit of a problem. I want this.
Okay.
I'm going to take it. I'm very confused all of a sudden for some reason. There we go. And these are a bunch of Stardust that we've set up. I haven't really talked about what they do. They just give you like static increases into different stats. So we put most of them on Angus. We just pump him full of magic defense and stuff like that, just to make him tankier. And then we put anything that has to do with magic, pretty much, we just put into Aurora.
Alright, so we're gonna fight Cordelia. She's pretty darn hard. But
She can be very annoying.
Alright, we're gonna pull out Oangus. This is our favorite duo. We have the tank and we have the DPS, the ranged DPS. And we're gonna make this work.
This will be a very common, that's an interesting start.
Okay.
This will be a very common start for the upcoming boss fights, or for the future boss fights, is Oangus and Robert will be pulled out at the beginning, and Oangus will immediately use taunt, so to make sure that the enemies only attack him. And then the other person will take care of him, basically, or just do damage, depending on what's needed.
Ugh.
Crit,
That was
awkward.
rude.
This is one of the worst abilities in the game. Wheel of Death is absolutely awful. Again, we have taunt on Oangus, so in theory, only Oangus will be attacked. But Wheel of Death attacks everyone, regardless. Yeah.
So Cordelia is definitely one we don't want to interrupt, so we have to be careful about that as well.
Yeah, I believe she heals. Yeah, I think if you interrupt Cordelia, she heals everyone, which basically wastes an entire turn of play for us.
Okay, you totally got this. Beautiful. Oof.
That's my mistake. Should have slowed him.
So Aurora is mainly wiping out the ads right now because they're allergic to light.
Don't make fun of me.
That's the only word I can think of now. It's
Yeah.
stuck in my head.
Very allergic to light, like most ghosts.
I think he needs the taunt at this point.
Yes, it does not sound like.
I get very good at estimating,
Yeah.
except when I'm bad at it. Sometimes happens.
I feel you. Right, so the ads should be going down very soon.
Very, very soon. Yeah, she's gonna take care of that. He's gonna heal himself. We're not gonna worry about it.
Okay,
I think.
just delay it by a turn, basically.
Probably fine. Yeah. Oh, Cordelia, we gonna risk this?
Go for it.
Yeah, she's on top of that. It's good.
Let's hope we don't get a Wheel of Death here.
But you mentioned it.
Okay,
Okay,
we
this is
good.
fine.
So as you see, like, things can get out of hand very quickly when enemies start piling up on a character. So yeah, Oangus went from basically full health to no health in a very short amount of time.
Ouch. Oh, that's fine. Fine. Please take them all out now. Thank you.
Please die.
Crit.
Okay, both of them dead.
That's
Excellent.
fine.
So,
Okay.
so once again, we dealt with the ads, which in this case were allergic to magic and light, as we like to put it apparently. So now we focus on Cordelia, the actual boss, and the best physical damage we have right now is Robert and Oangus.
We're gonna quicken him first. I think that's kind of a bit important.
Yeah. From this point on, this will be like most of the Oangus show, with Finn taking care of most of the magic damage usually, except for cases where enemies are weak to light. Like I said, every enemy has like
Perfect.
a physical versus magical weakness, as well as and strength, of course, as well as an element. There are a bunch of elements. There's like dark, light, and then the ones you'd expect, like
Water.
earth, lightning,
Yeah.
water, blah,
Yep.
all kinds of stuff.
Okay. So we actually now are getting the highest of the high. And this is the part where, spoiler alert, Aurora isn't human. She's a Pokemon and she's evolving.
Yeah, she just reached level 16 actually, so what? Aurora is evolving. And now she's taller, so that's very nice. Her dress is pretty much the same, unfortunately, but that's fine. Like I said, I hope you like blue.
So yeah, again, we're using a DLC dress. Every time Aurora's talking, her hair and her original dress are going to stay the same in the dialogue boxes.
Yeah, she's normally in a yellow dress. So now we've reached the highest of the highs, and now we're searching for the lowest of the low.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna run around and do some collecting of stuff first. Some, mostly just some healing items and stuff that will help us in fights. Most of these are safety items more than anything.
Alright.
I think we have to get this one.
Sorry, too busy being cool.
No, that's fine. I don't blame you.
Alright, so we're gonna meet. There are 2 more people who can join our party. We skipped one right before the Griffin. That would be Rubella's brother. We lied to her and said we'd find him, but we didn't care. So we skipped him. And now we're going to meet the last possible party member that we could have.
She's called Jen or something?
Yeah.
Yes. She's a flower. So that's why we ignore her.
Yeah, we're not actually going to use her. We have everything we need with Finn and Oangus and Robert. So that's enough to take over the world.
The smashing though. So bad. Oh well.
A lot of people run this game solo, which is perfectly fine. It's not really meant, well, it's just not really done often as co-op. The reason why we do it as co-op is we actually just played this game together for a date night at one point and just decided we're both speedrunners. So we can totally do this together, so that's what we do.
Yeah. And it works out. Again, like I don't think there's definitely not really a huge advantage or disadvantage really to playing co-op versus solo, but it just works and it's fun.
Yeah,
So
this is our fun speed run. Oh, okay. Nope.
Time to figure out how to do this again.
There you go.
We go. Hey, that wasn't too bad.
I guess you needed the headset for that too.
I guess it would have helped, but it's fine. It's fine. It's all good. Don't know why my cursor is like all over the place, but that's fine.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna level you up because I don't care. Poor Rubella.
Rip Rubella.
Yeah. Fortunately, nobody cares about Rubella. I'm confusing myself a little bit, but it's fun. Yes, sure. We got some more things we can get to Angus. And there we go.
Alrighty. So we heard that the village we went through has been wiped out by this ogre, and he's guarding the door that leads us to the bottom of the ocean.
Filmik ci wysłałem, weź sobie zobacz 21 minutę akurat tam. Od 21 minuty.
Love that cutscene, it's so weird.
Yes. Okay. Let's begin.
Once again, very similar to the previous fight.
Jak wyglądają cheaty w grze,
The
kurwa.
way it's gonna be for a while.
Między
It's gonna
innymi.
be Oangus taunting and then Robert either hindering or doing something else, and then we bring in the people that matter.
Yeah, Finn's
the
gonna
actual
take care of
damage.
these ads.
Yeah.
All right.
Damage elixir,
We're
I
gonna,
believe.
yeah.
Or Aurora's ability elevate damage. Both increase your damage by 20%. So it's actually pretty significant. Elevate damage is 20% extra damage. Pretty massive stuff.
Haha. I'm sorry.
Is that a double dodge?
Yeah.
Wow. Surprising. I'll take it. Just
Whatever.
defend.
Yeah. My life is easier that way. And if Finn does his job properly, they all go away.
Beautiful.
Well, not that one, but...
We'll get to that one.
So now that Finn's done having a party, we're gonna bring back Robert. And we're just gonna defend.
Can we not interrupt this guy? I can't remember all
Well,
of a
taunt
sudden.
was turned off. Yeah, we don't want to interrupt him.
Okay.
This is bad.
Okay, noted.
So we're gonna hinder this guy, and then Robert's gonna take care of Oangus. Poor dude, it's not going fast enough. This is a speed run.
He's trying. So once again, it's gonna be the Oangus show. He's gonna beat down the boss's fastest again. So he deals. You'll see some like flame effects around his attacks and stuff, and you see some lightning effects around Robert's attacks. That's because of the different oculi we put on them. So we put a lightning elemental on Robert and a fire element on Oangus, which, in addition to just adding like an elemental effect to their attacks, it also just, based on how like good the oculi is, like what level it is, it just increases your damage overall by a certain amount. So in the case of Oangus now, I think he deals like 12% extra damage or something, just because of that.
Okay, so this is an RPG, and just like another RPG, we can breathe underwater, apparently. No need to worry about scuba gear. Oops.
Just make our way through these like weird zap tunnels,
Yeah.
which can also be really annoying.
Watching out for that, watching out for that.
This guy always gets me. It's like he hides behind the waterfall so I can never see him.
Alright. Oops. I'm really happy about this dash option.
I guess I haven't shown off this either. I can like heal Bunny by just shining lights on her.
Okay, so we're gonna get the daily dad update.
How's it going, Dad? It's me again. Spoilers, he's not doing well. Our father is very, very sick. So we'll have to hurry home. So there's this secret little area here that actually has a lot of really good stuff. This chest has 6 onyxes, which are like level or tier 2. Yeah, I guess like tier 2 oculi already, and they're pretty good. Wait, why am I confused again?
I think you're all set.
Yes,
You
I
made
am.
the spindle. You're good. Or
I'm s-
spinel. What?
Yeah, it is spindle. It's not spindle. You're right. Oh, yeah. Oh. What do you know? What do you know? Okay. We still have that one. Wait, we put it on this guy. Here we go. Wait, no.
What?
I'm gonna do some more menuing. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me.
Yeah,
See,
okay.
so this also happens a lot, where I do a lot of unnecessary menuing just because I think it's fun. Let's put it that way. We'll just blame it on that.
Where's your notebook?
My notebook.
Yeah, where are your
Um,
notes?
I'll just pretend I can't write. It's fine.
All right.
You'll be happy to know my notes are actually an Excel sheet. Of course it is.
Of course it is.
Alright, so this fight is kind of weird, where you have 3 different
What? Yes.
3 different characters that are, of course, allergic to different things. So the top guy is allergic to light. This guy down here is allergic to fire, and this guy in the back is allergic to lightning. Luckily, we've amassed a bunch of different characters that have a bunch of different abilities at this point. So we just spam away and we deal with all of them fairly quickly.
Yeah, so what we do is the guy in the bottom has like a bit more health, and he's like a little harder to kill, so we use Oangus to kind of take him out to balance it out a little bit, because it makes our life easier,
Still gone, nice.
especially with that crit. I'm so impressed. All right, so now we're gonna just pull out Finn.
Because yeah, once again, the this guy in the back is weak to lightning damage, and we've only spec'd into lightning damage for Finn, so it works out well.
So he does 428 on his own, and we're gonna elevate his damage. Work harder, Finn. They're gonna take a shot. Okay, we can.
So yeah, 428 to 598 or 89. So
Yeah, okay, that's fine. We're gonna quicken Finn up. Make our lives a little easier. So Aurora is basically now going to take care of Finn, make sure he has enough MP, which I don't know what's going to happen after this, so we're going to just go for it. Finn uses a lot of MP, like nobody's business. Yeah, he needed it.
yeah, each of his like casts at this point cost like 13 MP. Ooh.
Oops. Oh, how dare you.
Oh no, he healed for 128. Whatever will
Quick
we do?
Finn crit. Okay, well,
That's
he
fine.
tried.
Yeah, so this is one of the easiest fights because it doesn't matter if you interrupt or anything. You just
Oops, sorry, where am
do
I?
pretty
Oh.
much whatever you want. It's fairly straightforward. I should probably be dead now. Yeah.
Saved a
Nice.
potion.
Sure, gonna be useful later.
Uh-huh.
We also tend to have way too much, or too many resources when it comes to potions and stuff. We played safe. We played safe.
I like to collect items.
Yeah, yeah.
I am well known for hoarding all the health items.
She doesn't have a problem, trust me. So there's another light puzzle. That's what am I doing? Yes, this one. Here we go. Wait,
What?
what am I doing?
That one? No?
No, it's this one.
Okay. There you go. Perfect.
So this one is like, for whatever reason, incredibly picky on where you like place the icon here. So it's like you hover directly over it, and it's like, no, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. And then all of a sudden, it's okay. This next section is, it's not great. It's not the most fun, but I guess it could be worse.
Yeah, good. It could be.
Yeah, this section will have a lot of spikes and a lot of poison gas and stuff, and it's the whole thing is a bit of a hassle. And once again, trying to avoid these spikes with how awkward the dashing is when you're flying can be it's not great. But we'll make it work.
Okay, this is fine. All right, so we found Nora, aka Nux, and I can't tell if she's happy or irritated to see us because she has that smile on her face, but then she leaves some noxious gas for us to deal with while she locks the door. So we're gonna have to unlock it so that we can go beat her up.
That's what siblings do, isn't it?
Yep. Friendly sibling rivalry. Just poison them. Hope they die, you know.
Yeah, so this gas is not it's not very dangerous. You can see we have like 175 health now. We'll probably have like 150 by the time we leave. It's not very lethal.
I am
So that's-
dying here.
So that's nice. So unless you go into this room with like 40 health, you're usually fine.
Don't stand on that, please.
Alright, we're gonna be a little bit lower, but that's fine.
Oops.
Oops, my bad.
Surprise!
Oh yeah, suppress strike as well.
We just were replenishing the...
Yeah, we just wanted to get into combat so I could heal a little bit, and now we're good.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, let me grab some useless treasure on the way up here, because I have nothing else to do. Just bring as many pop-ups into view as possible to
Ooh.
make it difficult to maneuver. Very helpful. Alright, let's see. Using some more Stardust real quick. Putting certain people getting certain things. You want to get these things. I think the rest is fine, honestly. Yeah. The rest is fine.
All right. Surprise. We're here now.
So yeah, this is the last time we've leveled up or like prepared for a boss fight, because for whatever reason the game doesn't have any like break between this fight and the next, which is very strange. But oh well.
So magically our stepsisters are creatures. They're not human either.
Yeah, they're dragons. I guess. It's pretty sick.
Whoa. It's fine. It's not fine.
It might be fine.
Actually, I'm gonna do something different. This seems like a better idea.
I like this idea.
Okay, let's go for this. I've learned from a couple of runs.
So right now, one thing that's really, really nice. Okay, well, you're being able to interrupt, but that's okay. So one really nice thing, like I mentioned before, we've put lightning damage onto Robert, which is very, very good against this boss. So while Robert is not extremely important for this fight.
Oh, here we go.
There we go. I'll get to this in a second. Yeah, while Robert is not extremely important in this fight, he helps actually deal a lot of damage with tentacles and like picks away like slightly at the main boss as well. So what happened there was that Nox used gathering strength or gather strength. That slows down her movement on the bar, but the next attack she makes, because we're so under-leveled, it will literally just one-shot anyone. So if she gets to the cast bar, it's instant. So yeah, if she gets to the cast bar, one person will die. So hopefully we manage to kill her before that happens, but we will see. Nice.
Good. Okay.
So now we can finally bust out Finn and
Get this party rolling.
yeah. So now we're like, again, the damage we've dealt to Nox herself has been pretty pitiful so far, but it's been like a little bit here and there. So now Finn shows up and shows us how it's done. And again, we're on a bit of a timer now, so you see where Nox is on the bar right now. If she gets to the gas bar, one of us will die, or one of them will die. So we just hope we deal enough damage in the limited amount of time we have. By boosting Finn's damage, quickening him, and yeah, hoping for the best really.
Pretty much.
It should be fine. So yeah, again, as we mentioned before, you'll see Finn is the main source of damage, pretty much the only source of damage, honestly. So Aurora is pretty much just doing whatever she can to help him out, using using quicken potions, using giving him MP whenever he needs, stuff like that. And we should be getting close to the end of the fight very soon.
I'm gonna hope that Finn has enough MP, unless Aurora can get there in time. Maybe she will.
Looks like she'll be fine. Using help or
yes, we did it.
sorry about that. Yeah, so we made it with pretty decent margin there, so that's good.
Yeah. Perfect. All right.
From here we have another meeting with our stepmom. She is very upset because we keep killing her daughters. I mean,
we ran out of daughters to kill.
yeah, I mean it's a fair thing to be mildly upset about. But yeah, now she shows us our dying father, and now we are in big trouble, and we will die for the second time. So that's great.
Mm-hmm.
And like I mentioned before, for whatever reason, so we're on our way to the final boss now, and for whatever reason, the game doesn't have any opportunity for you to level up or change your party around or
tie up some side quests.
Yeah. It just goes from the fight we just did. There's a cutscene, and then it goes directly to another boss fight. Again, the last boss fight. And yeah, it's very confusing to me. But yeah, literally, if you want to make any changes in your party, you will have to get into the boss fight, run away from the boss fight, and then do it again.
Yeah, there is one thing you could do, but it's super hard. So We prepare 2 fights in advance, and honestly, as you just saw with the Nox fight, it works out fine.
Yeah, the Nox fight isn't that bad.
Yeah.
It can be a little tight depending on when Nox uses the gathering strength ability.
As you can see here, the old lady is Aurora's mom. Surprise. She's been hiding here the whole time.
And she
And-
also knows the secret of the flute, which
Yep.
my daughter died. Let's play a tune.
She's a necromancer. It's fine.
Oh boy. She's gonna make everything better. It's fun.
So, what's going to be happening now is she's using the music to rally all the people that Aurora has helped throughout the game, which in the case of our speedrun is probably Robert.
Yeah, we haven't made a lot of friends. We've stolen most of our friends, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so here the Mouse Clan and the whatever Katagaiva or something clan, the Oingus people. These people I don't remember the name of. Yeah,
Finn's people, yeah.
It's all good.
But it's great because, again, we kidnapped Finn, we kidnapped Oengus, so only Rebella and Robert show up. And Robert brings Margaret because he can.
Yeah. It's so this scene is supposed to look really cool with like people full of people on both sides, and like everyone shows up and like with the power of love and friendship bring Aurora back to life. But now there's like 3 people on this side and that's it. Nobody else could be bothered to show up.
I mean, kidnapping people doesn't get you friends.
Lessons learned, kids.
All right, final evolution.
Yes, we are now Nido Queen, I guess.
Yeah.
It's the only queen I can think of.
All right, and here she's like, go fight the final boss. Do not pass go. Just go.
All right, and now we fly away and go to face our evil stepmother.
Yep. This fight, while not super difficult, is notoriously difficult only because of the ads. Once the ads are gone, everything's fine.
Yeah, this is a bizarre final boss fight because the boss practically does nothing. She casts pointless buffs on everyone and barely ever attacks you. It's very strange.
Yep.
However, the 2 birds she has with her, like Bunny said, are awful. They're really, really bad. They have an ability similar to the Wheel of Death from earlier. They have an ability called Prey, which just attacks all the members in the party and also pushes you back. It's real annoying. So hopefully we'll see no praise. The motto of this speedrun community is basically pray for no prey.
All right, let's see. What are we doing today? We're going to be Oengus.
We're going to do pretty much the same thing we have been doing. It's Oengus and Taunt, and that's about it.
Oh, that worked out pretty good then.
Yes, nice.
I usually do it the other way, but... Oh, here we go.
So first prey, it begins.
So the first potion I put on was Unstoppable because if they do that, we're just going to keep going and it's going to be great. Hopefully.
Now the first priority is to slow down the fight a little bit, or slow down the enemy rather, so we can get stuff a little bit more under control, and then it's so like the first few turns are usually all about just buffing up your dudes and getting things ready, and then you bust out the people who are gonna deal the actual damage. So before the previous boss fight, we put a citrine on like a little yellow gem. Put that on Oengus, so he deals light damage now, which is super good. So while normally the only person we really have to deal light damage to these people, or these enemies, would be Aurora. Now we can also have Oengus help out.
This is fine.
Yeah. Playing with fire, it's fine.
I was just thinking about his taunt.
Yeah. I'll be fine. Oh, she cast... Okay, well that's fine. Again, that's like... So far she's cast one ability that increases like magic defense or something on one of them, and she's cast an ability... Oh, nice crit.
Yeah.
She cast one ability that prevents her from being interrupted, but we really don't care, so that's fine.
Perfect.
Alright, so the birds are down. For now. One of the more annoying abilities that the boss actually has is a revive that brings back one of the birds. They're not a huge deal, really, and if you kill the boss while the birds are up, the fight still just ends. So that's nice. But yeah, it's still kind of annoying when the birds come back. Also, time should be coming up fairly soon.
Alright, I guess.
We're almost done with this fight. We deal like a lot of damage here. Just giving a little bit of a warning. I'm very, very kind.
Ooh, gonna need some MP after that.
Oh, I thought she would die to that next thing. Oh, this is like the first ability she used.
I'm proud of her.
Like the first actual attack. She got one in. Good job. 152 health.
They're
Oof.
gonna take turns using pots.
There's a revive, but again, we're just gonna ignore the bird at this point and try to finish off the boss.
That's the cool thing about Umbra. It doesn't
Nice.
matter if she summons an ad. You can just kill her instead.
And that's the final boss. So once the screen will fade out, and then it will fade to white. And once it fades out to completely white, then it's time. So a couple seconds now.
And time.
Time. Yeah.
Woo! Beautiful.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Once again, if we were running this as normal and we got it 126, we would have PB'd by like 3 minutes. But
We use DLC.
yeah,
so
we use DLC, so it's not legit for leaderboards, but at least you got to pick a blue dress. So congratulations.
On Easter Sunday.
And then it plays this beautiful outro and plays the credits. So that's it.
That were nearly undertones.
Thank you for watching. This was Child of Light. Hope you enjoyed.
To meet them, who should unexpectedly appear, but Aurora resurrected.
Hey everybody, I'm Chris Vihanica.
Hello.
I'm Chris Vihanica. We got Mr. Zonzig and Charlotte over here.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hey everybody in the audience. So I'll be doing Catherine Classic, which is the Babel Pairs mode. So I'm not going to have these two jokers as my partners. The only partners I need are my left and right hands. So Babel is probably a mode that no one, or hardly anybody, has really done, because you have to get gold trophies on all the stages, and to unlock all of them, you need gold stages on all of them. So in order to just play this, you need to be pretty good at the game anyway. So I guess we'll just start out with Altar, won't we?
I think so.
And if I miss anything, you guys will cover me, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so the conceit of this is he's going to be doing 2 players on 1 controller. You may have seen this run at GDQ. Ghoul's done it once or twice, and he actually did it on the original version, where he actually had to use 2 controllers, so he used a fight stick for one of them. On this re-release, you can just set it up so that you can do it on 1 controller. So he's got the left side, I think he's got Vincent on left and Catherine on right, I guess.
Yep, I got Vincent on the D-pad and Catherine on the right analog stick.
There you go.
And in order to grab, because that's a pretty big mechanic in this game, I've got them both bound to the bumper buttons on each of their respective sides.
Yeah. So the way Babel works is you've got these semi-randomly generated towers that he's got to climb to the top of. It's a bit complicated in the way it actually works, like how it determines. There's sort of patterns that you can start to recognize, but it is like to a degree it's pretty random.
And this is probably one of the most satisfying parts of Altar, because it's just one person after the other leapfrogging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just just got to be careful because, as you can see, some of these blocks are collapsing if you step on them too many times.
Now, if you've never seen Catherine itself before, you might be wondering at like how some of these blocks are staying up. The idea is that if any block is touching an edge on something below it, it will stay up. So that's kind of how you deal with the puzzles in this game.
Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention, I'm kind of putting my money where my mouth is when it comes to this. I think I'm pretty decent at this. And I calculated my average times last night, and for every second that I'm off of my average time, I will be donating $1. And for this stage, it'll be a 217 for the average.
Right, so there are some, you know, most of the blocks on Altar are normal blocks, but there are those cracked blocks you're seeing. Those he's got to kind of watch out for because you can only step on them twice before they disappear. And especially with 2 people, you're generally going to have to step on them twice.
Well, sometimes.
Yeah, and he seems to be avoiding the heavy blocks because those take a long time to pull out, and you can't really be wasting time when the stage is falling around you.
There's a nice technique you can only do in 2-player. Someone can like pull out a block, and before the block standing on top of it falls, the other player can push it over so it stays up.
Of course, the stage we want to not fall correctly.
So there you go. That's Altar done. That's the first of 4 stages that he's going to be doing.
Nice.
Should probably note the estimate for this was set a while ago, and since then Crispy's gotten really good at this. So
yeah, I kind of submitted this when I'd only been playing this for like 3 months, or not 3 months, 3 weeks, and my PB at the time was like 40 minutes.
yeah, and I mean, if he ever dies, you know, he's going to have to do the entire stage over again. So he wanted to be a bit safe on the estimate, but, you know, recently he's been tearing up this category, so...
Yeah, right now I've got first place on PC at least, not on Xbox or PS3, but I've got first place on 3 of the 4 stages. The only one I have left is Axis Mundi, which is the last one, and I'm off by like 9 seconds on that one. Huh? Okay, that's fine. Not fall there.
So the second stage, Minier, kind of the main conceit of this stage is that it's generally very small towers. When you're playing Catherine, generally what you want to do is make sure you get up while leaving yourself room to actually pull stuff out and still get up. So
Especially in pairs.
yeah, especially in pairs because you got to get 2 people up. You can't just leave a broken mess behind you with the first player.
Let's do this just for safety.
You know, generally you got to make sure you've always got like 2 blocks next to each other on the same level whenever possible, because then you can like pull something on the next level out
What am I doing here?
and make a staircase. So once you start getting like you know, checkerboard like patterns
Like this.
yeah, that's when you're in trouble. This is fine though.
Yeah.
And you'll see every now and then he's like pushing blocks out and letting the entire stage that's on top of it fall down. That's just, you know, sometimes everything is just a mess and you just gotta kind of get rid of it. Oops. Alright. He accidentally fell on top of Catherine, so she fell down.
Yeah, that's not very good.
Yeah, this is
Is there a
salvageable.
block behind that one Vince is on? No? Okay.
This is good though.
Alright. Save. And here are trap blocks. He's got to be careful with these. You got to immediately get off them after getting on, because they'll kill you.
Yeah, but sometimes it's good to just trigger them and then hop right off, and then you just don't have to worry about them anymore.
Yeah. 'Cause if either player dies, it's a game over. He's got to start the stage over.
I don't. Yeah, I can just make Vince do that.
So I'm like not an expert in exactly how Babel levels are generated, but it's generally kind of like there's roughly a number of steps that it will take for you to get to the next next level that you're seeing in the top right, and that will then start spawning different patterns. And once you reach level 10, it will start spawning the exit.
Let's see if I can get up. Yeah.
you could have made a staircase there, but the crack block would have screwed him over. So this will work.
Kept it safe there.
And, you know, this this takes quite a bit of coordination to get good at this.
Yeah, especially, whenever I make a mistake, it usually takes me a second to recover from it because it's just like, oh wait, that person wasn't there.
Because he's both dealing with, you know, the semi-random puzzle aspect as well as the whole controlling two people aspect. So it's, you know, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, he's making this look really easy, and it's really not easy.
Well, this is a tricky pattern.
This is a doozy. Let's go over here.
Again,
instead.
checkerboard-like patterns are not what you want. So you can get up there, but it'll still be a mess up there.
Oh, this is a doozy and a half.
Boy.
New record, 90 steps ascent. New record.
Okay. Maybe. Yeah, this looks good. All right, nice.
Whew, past that nightmare.
Ah, brilliant.
New record, new record.
Let's see.
That's something else funny you can do if you want. You can, like, if you time it right, you can have someone pull a block that the other guy is standing on, and then just like have them move as the block is moving.
Oh boy, we have to pull some dark blocks here.
Yeah, you can't move the ones that say Babel; those are unmovable blocks. So if you really have made a mess of the stuff below it, the end can sometimes be kind of difficult to climb because of that. But he's fine here, because that's many are done. I think that one, they'll probably be donating a few dollars for that one,
Yeah,
I imagine.
I can't remember what exactly the average is. I've got it on my phone here. The average for that one was $3.54.
Oh dear.
To be fair, I think that one's probably my weakest stage. Oh, we do? Cool. Yeah, go ahead and play it. Donation machine broke.
Scant. 3, 2, 1.
All right, I guess I'll talk about Obelisk real quick. I'll leave the rest to get it working. So Obelisk is the most random of the stages. They're all, you know, all the pattern layouts in all the stages are pretty random. But in this one, you've actually got random blocks that you have to deal with. We'll see those later. Right now, we've got ice blocks, which
I
Hey,
really
ice
want
blocks.
to be carefully on these.
yeah.
Because if I slide off the edge of an ice block and I don't have a block underneath to catch me, it's over.
For me, it's worse than the spike blocks because I've got myself into the habit of triggering them and then I don't have to worry about them anymore, whereas with ice, you've always got to be thinking about where you're going to end up.
Yeah, and they look so unassuming too.
Yeah.
And these bombs are the worst.
The ice blocks weren't enough, there's also bombs.
And bomb blocks turn all the... Well, there are two types of bomb blocks, but I think there's only one type in Obelisk. But they have a 3x3x3 little explosion radius. And if they explode, they will turn all the surrounding blocks they have into crack blocks.
And then there's these mystery blocks, which can turn into any type of block, which will inevitably be a bomb block.
No kidding. Catherine.
Also, if there's any cracked or ice blocks around the bomb, those will just explode instantly as well.
Oh yeah, the second form of RNG in this stage. It's the mystery blocks. Or not the mystery blocks, the
monster
block.
blocks, yeah. That's the last new
many-
one to be introduced here.
Too many M blocks in this stage.
So the ones with the eye are monster blocks. They can move around on their own sometimes. You know, up to and including right as you're trying to move onto them.
Yeah, there's a reason they get you to get good at the main game before you can do all of Babel.
Luckily, they die once you step on them.
And you're also not allowed to slide on the front of them as well.
Yeah, it's kind of funny too because in the they've all got different different models in the story mode version. The logic on the story mode on these monster blocks is like when you step on them, they bite their tongue because they've got like a little mouth. That doesn't really work here, but you know, they still die when you step on them. All right, so at this point, the stage splits into these two paths. And you can kind of, you know, they're close enough to each other that you can cross over whenever you kind of make a mess of the tower you're on. But you want to kind of keep them at an even level and not collapse the tower you're on too much, because it can get to the point where the game will stop spawning stuff on your side.
Okay, that was kind of a dangerous situation where we had two mystery blocks back to back, and one of them turned into an ice block and the other turned into a spike block. Because if you slide on two ice blocks into a spike block, then you are just dead. Because there are not enough frames of invulnerability after that spike block in order to, or after that ice block.
Yeah, because it takes like a while to recover from the sliding. Oh dear.
She's fine. She's fine.
This is all fine.
Everything is fine.
Yeah, he's got to be careful with these mystery blocks because you basically got to treat them like they're everything at once. So you don't want to like move onto them if you can slide into the abyss if it's an ice block. You got to like always immediately get off them in case they're a trap block. And then if they're a bomb block, you just cry. Basically.
I always cry if they're a bomb block.
You see, if you don't know too much about Catherine, one of the classic ways of making things easier for yourself is pushing blocks outwards to create more space for yourself. You want to create staircases that sort of expand rather than just sticking within the 3 blocks that are below you, because the more space you have, the easier it is and the less likely you are to screw yourself over.
So we are at the end of Obelisk here. He's got to work around those Babel blocks, but it looks like he's got it.
Yeah, we're at the end right now. This is kind of free at this point.
Yeah. So good times. Again, we have one stage to go, and we're less than 15 minutes in, so.
Yeah, the average is kind of...
All right.
So 502, what is the average for that one? That is a 450.
Okay. That's another $12.
Wow. This is a surprise.
Me and my big mouth.
It's all for a good cause.
And if you guys want to play along at home too, go ahead.
All right, so final stage, Axis Mundi. If Obelisk is the most random stage, this one is definitely the one with the worst patterns. It's gonna just give you a total mess, and you just have to make something out of it.
Yeah, it's basically Swiss cheese, and I hate Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
Scan.
That's fine.
3, 2, 1, 5. New record.
All right, we have a new donation. So Tager donated $5. All right, I got it. The donate button it is. Happy new record and good lucksies to the runner. And remember, it's the killer. Do not die.
Thank you so much, Tagger.
This game has some pretty iconic lines that get repeated over and over and over. Edge.
New record.
Game over.
Alright. That glowing thing right over there, that is a dark hole block. Anything that goes onto that... yeah, just
Speaking of which, I'm getting rid of it.
Anything that goes onto that, be it you or a block, gets sucked in and it's gone forever.
Oh, we do? Cool.
All right, go right ahead.
New record. New record.
Awesome. Technical glitches abound. Oh.
New record. New record.
Good ear.
This is going to be fun. It doesn't help that the music is, like, ominous as well.
Alright. Westkill donated $10. Is this the Crispy? #1 on several Catherine leaderboards? Hanako? Good luck from your favorite mod. Shoutouts to Tager and R4 in the back there too. Donation to runner's choice.
I honestly don't know what to donate towards, or to put it towards.
We can do it after the run.
New record. New record. New record. New record. New record.
All right, so he's he's making his way up. This is fine so far.
It's not too great, but it's not been too mean either. And as I say that, it's probably going to get mean real quickly.
New record. New record. New record.
Just like that.
Yeah, have fun. Alright, there you go. See, he's collapsing this really cleverly so that it falls into place in a way that's easy to climb. Now, you can't just, randomly collapse stuff and hope it works out.
No,
You really got to be smart about it.
I've seen plenty of people do that their first time playing, and that is not.
And they just end up with like this one block staircase. I know I've been there.
Shoutouts to that sheep. Just goes woo.
New record. New record. New record. New record.
Vince, please.
New record.
I don't think this is going to work out very well for me, is it?
New record.
Worked out well for Catherine.
That's one person up.
Can we get the second? Yes, we can.
New record.
It's going to be more ground if I can do this.
New record. 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 New record.
I don't like that cracked block right there. I really don't. Good thing I don't have to touch it.
New record. New record. New record. New record.
That sheep is the MVP.
He's very encouraging.
New record.
See, sometimes you don't have to create a staircase, just climb around.
New record. New
It's not really the best way to do things, but it works. And I'm not complaining.
New record. New record. New record. New record.
And sometimes we gotta wait, so I just make them do pull-ups. Gotta keep their strength up. Oh. Hello, Swiss cheese. How I've not missed you. Can Catherine? Oh, Cat. Let's get
Yeah.
up there.
That's something you can sometimes just do, it takes a few seconds, but you can just make room for yourself and then fall down and climb back up. That didn't work.
No, it did not. Most definitely did not. Catherine's over there now. Let's see if we can get Vincent to join the party.
And that works. Kind of. It's still kind of a mess over there, but...
New record. New record.
Yeah, but when life gives you blocks, you just kind of cry sometimes.
Oh my gosh. I was actually scared, like if you didn't...
Let's
fun.
make this a little bit safer to come back up here. Because Catherine cannot come back up there. That is sad, boys.
New record. New record. New record. New record.
We're getting there in the end.
New record. 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 Continues
Still alive? Define alive.
He's gone 120.
Oh, this is nice.
Oh, that's lovely. Let's not deal with this.
He's gonna cross over to the other side real quick if he can. He's gonna have to get a few blocks over there. Just make your own path.
This can maybe work out now. Maybe?
As long as it keeps spawning stuff there and not just... Yeah, see, I think this is the trouble you've run into now. It's now... There's enough stuff on top, on the right side, that it's like, you've got enough stuff to work with. I don't need to spawn more blocks.
Yes,
but they're all on the right, so he's got to cross over there now.
It's going to be fun because that crack block is going to give me all sorts of problems. Actually worked out. It did not work out as much as I wanted to.
All right, we're on safe ground again
Back in business.
for now.
Thanks, Axis. Oh, and another thing with this stage is you may have noticed that the stages have ended at stage 9 so far, or stage 10, but this one actually ends at stage 9. For whatever reason, Atlas just decided to keep that bug in.
Oh yeah, well, but they did actually remove the bug where on single player this the stage just wouldn't work properly at all, and it was near unbeatable. Like there's a few people who've done it, I think.
Yeah, but they're total masochists.
Yeah.
Let's see, I've got room here to spare. Axis is definitely a run killer if you're trying to do ILs on this.
New record. Are we finally going to visit?
This is not cool.
New record. New record.
Not cool, Axis. Not cool.
It's really tough to play around because, like, on top of already like giving you pretty, you know, checkerboard-like patterns, you got to deal with these crack blocks, and it likes putting them in the worst places.
As everybody would say, you hate to see it.
New record. New record.
You can.
Yeah, Catherine's thinking about this one.
All right, have we done it? Do you have enough room down there?
We're good.
Oh, okay, they got. Just push it out. All right. See, that's why you're the runner.
Go ahead. You can go ahead and do it. Because we're just about done now. I've got 2 more blocks to climb up. And time.
All
24,
right.
that's okay.
So, Tiny Tim 78160 donated $5. Hey, all loving the Catherine run. Good luck, Hanako. Cheers.
Well, I mean, I guess we had some good luck, didn't we? I mean, 30 minutes underestimate. I mean,
That's pretty decent. I mean,
and the Alzheimer's Foundation is going to get a good chunk of that because the average is 641.
you regretting this yet?
No.
Okay.
So since we do have about 38 minutes to spare, I do have some other stuff to show off, though.
Yeah, we're good for a while.
Yeah, we're good for a while. Yeah, you can see all my best times for that. The slowest is 7:11, fastest. When I was grinding, it was a 5:21.
That's really damn good.
Yeah, and Isu, the guy who does this like religiously, he is a god at Babel.
Yeah.
I think his best time on PC at least is like 9 seconds faster.
Yeah. Isu has got like the record in most Catherine categories.
Besides classic because he doesn't like it.
Yeah.
But either way, I will show off the cutscene for this because not a lot of people have seen it. And in order to see it, you have to have all the gold trophies, so.
Yeah, and then, you know, on the original, you couldn't even do it on single player, really.
Yeah, so NA was just kind of.
Out of luck. I had to get my brother to do it because I wanted the platinum trophy. I was like, get in here. He'd never played the game.
The door is so small.
So if you're not familiar with Catherine, this is Trisha. This is the person who basically narrates the entirety of the story.
You watch the playhouse from in
And
here.
normally she has a big afro, but now she's got luscious long locks.
Yeah, and she reveals, like, right before you do Axis in a cutscene that he skipped, that, like, she's, what's the name?
Ishtar?
Ishtar,
because,
that's it.
Because it's an anagram?
You were
Right, of
magnificent.
Trisha.
You handled the realm of the gods like it was your own backyard.
So there you go. This, you know, if you go through all the trouble of doing Babel, and this is your reward.
Also, for watching us so closely, she said jump. We don't jump.
I'm head over heels.
I don't think
for
anybody's
you.
paying attention to
You
what she's
possess
saying
a
at the
power
moment.
beyond
Are you guys?
felt like this
Are
in
you?
a long while.
Be honest here.
I'm really taking a liking to you. It's such a waste to
But who
feel this
reads?
love for a human. I know. I'll just make you one of us.
This game would be so much easier if you could jump.
Oh, I have so much plans.
I mean, at least in full body, you can. You got X Factor now.
Oh, of course.
I've got such a hunger for these feelings.
Mods?
As well,
Trisha, stop.
don't you?
Stop.
TOS?
Come on. Are you gonna make me stand around like this much longer? Why don't you let me in?
This is why I prefer the freedom ending. Where he just goes to the moon.
Yeah, freedom ending is the best ending. When I did story mode runs, I always made sure to get the true freedom ending.
Dude, the strats are just to not care. Also, apparently, we live in a bulkhead because that's a very squeaky door.
There you go.
All right, so that's Babel. Again, we still have 30 minutes. There is a lot of other stuff I do want to show off besides that cutscene. I do need to change my controls, though, because it's going to be really annoying if I do pairs with this. So one of my other main categories that I used to like playing because the PC patch has broken the story mode was either hard or easy story. Easy story was the quickest, hard is the flashiest, and I'm going to show off all the flashy parts of hard because, to my knowledge, I don't think it's ever been shown off at either a GDQ or an ESA.
No. I did story mode normal here like 3 years ago.
So this is the second stage of the main story mode. Notice how everybody's a sheep. There are so many sheep they've leaked out into the audience. Or at least one of them has.
He brought those horns and was gonna put them on, but you know, headsets, so.
Yeah. It's kind of a first sheep problem.
The nice thing about story mode is that you have these little quizzes at the end of levels, and you get to see how moral or amoral your fellow players are.
I find both answers to this question like horribly cynical.
Yeah.
That just kind of happens, doesn't it? So what we're on right now is going to be the first boss stage of the entire story mode, which is the Fist of Grudge. They have a giant fork, and they kind of want you dead.
So you've seen him collapse bits of the stage before in Babel, but what you're about to see is like on a whole different level.
Yeah, I'm not sure if... I mean, for all we know, it is intended because the way the stage spawns after we...
Yeah, so like in Babel, it you know, it won't spawn the exit until you've climbed a certain number of steps, because it can just keep spawning the semi-random patterns. In this, you know, once it's spawned all of the stage, the game's like, okay, I guess you're done. Here's the exit. So I don't know how far in it actually is that you're going to do this.
It's just up here. I think I've got maybe another 30 seconds or so before I do it.
The stage is a lot longer on hard.
You're not wrong.
Now there is a shop between levels where you can buy one item, but you can't store items. You have one that you hold and that's it. once you've used it, you can use other items. And you've seen one of them is you can get an extra block. There's also an item that can get you to jump 2 blocks at once, which is also quite useful.
Which is also the reason why I don't run story mode anymore, because that item is broken in this patch. So when they released Catherine Classic on Steam, it was originally just 30 FPS like the console versions were. And once they tried to make it 60 FPS, it kind of broke a lot of the game's logic.
All right, here we go.
And if we're lucky, we'll have the boss
climbing the background. yeah, she's supposed to be climbing the tower that we're on, but you know, it's going. It's all going.
Man, she's
you
got
could actually see her head for once.
A little more. Right, I got it.
And then there's the exit.
I mean,
yeah, so generally that like stage collapses are a strategy in story mode whenever you can like easily do it and climbing would be slower. In easy or normal, that's pretty rare for that to actually be the case. There's only a couple levels where it saves time because generally climbing is, you know, fast enough. But on hard mode, since all the levels are harder, there are more applications for that technique.
I'm gonna have to. I think it'd be faster just to Alt F4 out.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's probably faster just to Alt F4 out.
There's a lot of cutscenes. This game has a lot of story. I don't know what all he's going to show off, but he's prepared a bunch of stuff because he knew that he was going to be way underestimated.
Yeah. Let's see. We need to go to this. No, we're not doing that one yet, because that one's kind of hard to do. So I'm going to skip all the way to the 5th stage, which is going to be the ice stage, because what game isn't complete without one?
Yeah, we don't have water levels.
It's frozen water.
Sure, close enough.
What do you guys think? Yay or nay?
I have to be honest, the more I've played Catherine, I'm not keen on the story. A lot of it creeps me out.
That's fair.
I mean, if you fell asleep and turned into a sheep, I'd be pretty creeped out too.
Yeah.
So we're skipping past the 3rd and 4th stages, and we're going straight to the 5th one. More specifically, the 2nd of the stages.
I don't know. I enjoy the story for like the mystery aspects of it. I don't
Yeah.
think it deals very well with all the moral aspects.
No.
But you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. And the gameplay is super addictive, so.
It's so addictive. Like, this is probably one of my favorite games of all time. Those sheep are the best, and we'll figure out why in about a few seconds.
Oh yeah. Like the story mode have these other sheep that are pretty much there to get in your way, and these are the best ones because of what they do when they fall.
That one Woo sheep, I love him so much. He's like the best hype man.
So forget it. Have you actually run hard?
I did like hell on 360 and one run on PC because it's broken. I think we'll figure out why they're the best sheep in the next portion.
Doop de doop de doo.
This game's a lot of waiting.
Screw climbing, dude. He's just, you can't see it because he's pointing the camera, but he keeps pulling that block towards him so that it'll fall, like, all the way past. Because it's trying to fall onto that block because it's the furthest one forward. And then he pulls it back so it goes all past it.
There we go.
There he is. Oh, man, I love those sheep. My favorite is in one of the few collapses that you do in normal, which is the one I've run the most, is stage 4-1, where there's like 4 of those guys at the bottom, and they all die at once.
Don't worry, we'll be doing that one too, but we're doing hard strats.
Oh, okay.
Also, the ending for that one, if you notice that there is a ice block that I stood on, and underneath that is an immobile block. If I don't do it at the right time, I have to redo it and grab the ice block. Or if I'm late, I miss the goal entirely.
Yeah. And if the exit goes past you, if you get that to fall, you're just screwed.
So we're going to go ahead and go to the boss stage as well.
I mean, undo exists, but not on hard.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Good housekeeping, yes or no?
Yeah. What's this next one? Are we doing the boss?
Yes, we're doing the boss.
All right.
And yes, you can do stage collapses on this boss too.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is a fun. Does this work the same way? Yeah, I think I know how this one works. This one's a doozy.
And the thing is, we're not even going to climb it all on this one.
No, it's great.
I'll wait for.
We may as well.
Did not like this boss battle.
Oh, this is the boss that would always kill my runs. All right, so he's gonna take a second here to collapse all of this, and this is still supposedly the faster strat.
I need to wait for her to stab the block.
Yeah, so if you fall too much behind, the boss is basically supposed to kill you, but she will just like gear up for an attack on the level that you're on when she starts it. So if you just climb up one block at that point, you know you're fine.
And the stage falls so slowly at the very beginning because it doesn't want you to immediately die. You can just stay here and do this.
She's trying. Bless her, she's trying.
And the stage is still falling in the background.
You might have noticed that there's a bottles counter to the left of the screen. During the normal gameplay, there's a point where you can just go to the bar and have a drink. And if you're more drunk, I believe you climb faster, is that correct?
Climb and move faster.
Yeah.
I did some experimenting with it, but I don't quite remember the numbers for it. I think it's like a 12% increase overall once you're fully drunk.
And it's, I don't know, at least conventional wisdom in the speedrunning scene is that it's never worth it. I don't know. I could imagine it being worth on like hard, maybe on Imperio or something, I don't know, but...
I think that's what ISO used to do, but we've done runs without it, and I think it's faster because it takes like a minute or so to get fully done.
Yeah, it takes a while because you gotta like get Vincent to take his drink in like 3 sips, and he puts the glass down after each one and pontificates about his life. And then you gotta order a new drink, and you gotta do that, you know, a couple of times.
And then you get the trivia if it's a different drink.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be faster to Alt-Tab out of it, or Alt-F4, so. That was that one.
Yeah, so that was a level. No climbing required.
I didn't see a lot of it.
His shirt does say climb cancel, and we are canceling all of the climbing right now.
Enjoy.
Alright, so we'll go to night 3. So this is the bar that Charlotte was actually talking about as well. Because we actually do start in the bar in this save file. You can see all your friends. I don't remember their names.
Let me see. There's Johnny, Toby, and Orlando.
Well, you'd think it would be Toby, but in actually the Japanese version, his name is Tabi for whatever reason.
Okay.
Extra B. But it's Toby in America.
Here's my question: why are you not doing this from like the replay from the phone?
Because I need to get an item for the second.
Oh,
stage.
for this one, okay, fair enough.
Because I'm going to do 2 back-to-back.
Okay.
In the bar, you can actually play a version. It's kind of like what you're playing in these stages, but you've got a set number of moves. It's like a little mini game called Rapunzel. I found that so difficult.
It is. It's brutal.
And it's not just because the puzzles are brutal. You have to listen to Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy for hours.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not the one I need to do. It's that one.
All right, this is the one I was talking about earlier.
I think it's this spot right here.
Not like this.
If it's not this spot, we're gonna have to listen to it again. I think I'm actually supposed to go over one more. Oh, we are so screwed.
Did you mess it up?
Yep. I was supposed to be in the middle.
I guess it's different from normal mode strats.
Yeah, because normal and easy actually have the same strats for this one. This one you have to be over here. Yeah, look at that giant wall. Good thing we're not climbing that.
Yeah, I mean this is like that's why you still do this on normal and easy because it's like a giant wall you have to climb even on those difficulties.
I mean, this is clearly the speed strat, but does this affect your score?
Yeah, it does.
I'm guessing you're actually climbing this last bit because otherwise the falling stage catches up to you down there.
Yes. And I need to do that, and just pull this through. I think I need to do 3 sets of this. One more set of this.
At least on the original game, and I think at least on easy, the Doom's Bride level is completely broken because you can just pick up so many extra lives on that level that you end up with 100 lives if you.
I mean, yeah, I mean lives aren't that big of a deal generally.
Well, the thing is with Doom's Bride on easy, you have a drink and you just drink halfway up the stage. Because there's a perfect little 2-block, 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 2-block all the way up.
So I'm guessing you grab the coins there so you have enough for the item?
Yep. If I don't, I'd have to do it all over again.
Oh dear.
I mean, I don't mind listening to Not Like This from the sheet, but I really don't want to do that again. And the reason why I saved this one for last is because I hate this boss.
I should get going soon.
Why do you hate this boss?
You'll see.
I mean, I can imagine one reason.
And what's that?
The lag.
On PC, it really doesn't lag that much.
Oh. Well, then I can think of only one other reason.
And we'll just watch this because...
Oh. This one.
Yeah, all these bosses are, you know, subconscious representations of his fears.
So show of hands, who wants kids now?
It's the killer. Do not die.
All right, I got it. All right, I got it.
So, okay, you bought a bell. I don't actually know hard mode strat, so I don't actually know what this is going to be used for. I'm very curious. So the bell, as it says down there, it makes all the blocks regular blocks. This is a fun strat there.
Yeah, I actually found that one. As opposed to all the other strats, I actually found that one.
Nice. My favorite was when we were... Oh, okay. All right, so you can collapse this. All right, I got it.
And the reason why I let this boss to last is because he's the most annoying to deal with, because you have to juggle his attacks along with trying to make the stage collapse.
Ah, okay.
It has to be said that none of the characters in this game come out looking particularly good.
Probably could have waited on that one. Oh, that's a long piece. Oh my god, we're gonna have to redo this one.
Oh dear.
Yeah, we're gonna have to redo this one. That's why I left it for last. Because if I'm off on that, then I just, just sucks.
But yeah, shoutouts to Isuyaru, who's found like most every strat for everything in this game.
I can only wish to be as fast as him on this game.
And also, if you're looking at this and thinking, oh gosh, I can't manage this, then I would still totally recommend trying this on very easy or easy. It's a really fun game.
Yeah, you can actually do it on super easy as well if you hold select at the start screen as well.
Why is there no leaderboard for that?
I don't know, you're the mod.
It's true.
Alright, I got it.
I think it's probably because I don't know. I didn't even know you could do that.
I think it only really changes the drinks that you get anyway.
So my favorite strat discovery in this was when we discovered.
Oh, hello, Junior.
Oh, what? Oh, hello. okay, he's fine. That's.
Nobody call protective services.
As I was gonna say, there was once a discovery where we found out that we'd been not doing an intended shortcut for years. Yeah, that was a bit embarrassing for everyone.
No. Oh, I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Be very quick, stage. Please be very quick. There we go.
Nice. There you go.
And that is the run killer every time on hard. So that's all the stage collapses. I do have some more stuff to show off, and it mostly involves the competitive portion of this game, which, again, faster to Alt F4. So
feel free to stop us at any time, Leva, if we want to move on, but, you know.
Yeah. Because some of these I might take a little bit to get, but one of them, some of them are fairly consistent. That should be enough. So, if you don't know, there is a competitive portion of this game, and it's basically who can either climb the tower or kill the other person the fastest. And shoutouts to the competitive community. I'm really glad I met those guys. They are an awesome group of people. Oh, I need to change my config real quick. So one of the things is in competitive is you can get the other person in a pin state, which if you hit them because the game tries to push them towards the camera in order to pin them, which would be like that. So the blue sheep will win in this situation. And just so I can actually get this set up correctly the next time.
Are you actually playing versus against yourself right now?
Trust nobody. So that's a pin state. And what you can do in this game mode is that I don't know how the competitive community found this out, but if you hang on the back of a block, have somebody hit you off, grab onto a block below you, come back up, and get hit, you're in a pin state.
What? What? Okay.
Right.
Good.
And the stage collapsed too much. I had to.
So we're running like a competitive tournament after this. He knows all this crap. We've got no chance. He's got all the strats.
Like I said, it's really rare for that to happen.
Yeah, well.
All right. And a variant of that is, so if you hit them with your pillow, it's just called a half hit. They try to hang on the side of the block. If you drop kick them from a block above, They'll still get the pin state, but now we have some interesting features. Normally, I would be grabbing the block with the right bumper here, or the left bumper. It's not grabbing.
Oh.
Also, visual glitch.
Wow.
Also, moonwalking. And if we try to go onto the side of the block.
Oh.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
So yeah, this game is jank.
Oh, good.
So that's enough out of that stage. The first one I showed off, the glitched pin state, is actually called Sketchy State, which is found by Meister Sketches of the competitive community. And I don't know how they found it. He found it, so he just named it after himself, because everybody does that.
Yeah. Wouldn't you?
I can only hope to find something in this game now. So we're going to Spiral Corridor now, and there's an interesting way of how this game detects what block you're actually standing on. I might take a few tries to get this, but if I do this right, normally, Blue Sheep, if I walk over that portal block, he will get sucked in. If I do this right, he shouldn't.
Oh, nice.
And just to prove it's actually working. I think the reason behind it is it doesn't fully move until the animation for it's done, and if you move at just the right time with the other sheep, it just doesn't suck you in. And the last thing I'm going to be showing off, if I can get this first try, I don't think I will. But you might have noticed how we're getting roses for winning the rounds. You need to get 2 roses in order to win a round. And if I can get this, it'd be great.
Round 1. Ready? Go!
What punishment awaits the loser?
Please get this first try. Nope.
So you were trying to do that at the same time?
Yep. Because if you do it at the same time, you just instantly win.
Oh. Oh, because you... Oh, I see.
Because it considers player 1 falling and player 2 getting to the top of the stage at the same time. And
oh, that's great.
I'm trying to get the show off because it's really stupid when it happens. Nope.
Yeah, I can see how that would be difficult.
It's very rare that it happens, especially if it's just a live match. It's very rare that this actually happens.
Player 2 wins.
Guess you can try one more time.
Yeah. If I don't get it, it's not a big deal.
Round 1. Ready? Go!
Nope. Okay.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Oh.
You'll just have to take his word for it.
Other than that, there is another side effect to it, is that the rest of the stage doesn't fall. You see how these pieces back here are actually falling? If that were to happen, those wouldn't happen. Those wouldn't appear.
Okay.
And also, first player wouldn't be able to pause. So the only way to get out of it is to win again.
All right.
Other than that, that's Catherine.
All right. I think...
Whew. I'm gonna have to tally up how much I have to donate now.
It's a bit.
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
Yep.
All right, that's it.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
So, if anybody does want to join the Catherine tournament, which is actually happening right now, last-minute signups right now. So, if this piqued your interest, go ahead and follow us to the tournament room.
All right.
All right, welcome to Harry Potter. Yeah, this is actually, I think it says the Philosopher's Stone.
It does.
Well, It's
If not the Philosopher's Stone?
It's actually the Sorcerer's Stone because it's the American version we're playing. Yeah. Let's go. Just start the timer now. And we're ready for the opening cutscene. It's very exciting. It's that story that you all know and love. Just for a quick introduction.
About the starry
Name cells.
Name cells. Yeah, I'm Prode, obviously. And
Starlight Sims.
yeah. And we will be taking you on an adventure.
You can call it that.
Turning the second stream into the main stream, right?
Indeed.
Oh, yeah.
One can always dream.
Yeah. One can dream. Yeah. All right, so in the beginning it's just a long cutscene, and then we'll go for the tutorial part of the game, which actually holds some of the hardest movement in the entire game.
Some of the only movement in the
Yeah. Worth noting also is that I'm currently playing on different controller, different console, different screens, so many of the precise setups in this game might take a couple of tries. Yeah, because I'm just so used to how it looks on my screen and how it plays on my controller. So, but we'll see how it goes. It's should be fun.
Should be interesting.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Indeed. So yeah, now we'll get to know what house Harry will be assigned to.
I hope it's Hufflepuff.
Ravenclaw?
I'd say Ravenclaw, actually, yeah.
Slytherin? Oh, of course, man. Every time. Now we have to wear the red outfit
It's
again.
the worst one.
Never lucky, man. Never lucky.
So yeah, here comes... yeah, get ready for some polygons now. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's magic.
Yeah, you have about 1 hour and maybe 20 minutes to enjoy the beauty of this game. So some cutscenes can be skipped quite fast, and other dialogues you have to wait for the NPCs to talk for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, and since we started now, I just have to get used to the movement again. Funnily enough, in this game, it's pretty difficult to run straight with the analog. So yeah, some of the parts I'll be switching to D-pad just to try and run straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here comes the tutorial section, where I'm gonna attempt the run skip. As I said, it requires me to run straight, which is quite difficult. But we'll see.
He's a nasty pig. Us Griffin. Come on, Harry.
Yeah, us Gryffindor are the best,
Let's
man.
go.
Yeah, so in this game, we are really on the Gryffindor side. Every time the other houses are mentioned, there are boos.
Yep.
Yeah.
To jump.
Okay, so here goes. Yeah.
Well, shit.
Yeah. Also got to get... I just played on the CRT, and now I'm playing on an LCD, so that's also... Just going to try it one more time. Yes.
There we go.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, mostly this run is about showing you the different skips and techniques. It's not really about playing perfectly. I will try, but yeah, it's difficult.
Worth noting is that there isn't actually a jump button in this game. The only way to jump is by running off an edge.
Oh yeah, I guess we should explain the basic mechanics.
Yeah.
As you said, yeah, I have to. Yeah, in order to do that, I have to run off the ledge for Harry to initiate a jump, and run up against the ledge for him to just grab. And a jump grab is always a bit faster. Even faster is like just jumping. Yeah, but it's. Yeah, I think maybe I'm not gonna go for it. It's quite risky here. Better not fall down. But you can jump all the way up and skip the grabs there. I did it in practice, of course, but yeah, you don't want to see me fall down and do that again. Yeah, and here are the big snails you remember from the movies.
Of course.
In the books. Yeah, so just gonna try and avoid those. So now shoutouts to Purple. I'm gonna try the the parkour strats here. Usually works on the CRT, but it's a pretty difficult setup. I might actually lose time here. Yeah, now I'm definitely losing time, but Let's go for the... Oh, yeah, we got it.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, actually, I think maybe that was the same as the other thing, but it looked way cooler,
Yeah.
so let's just pretend it saved like 50 minutes. Yeah. Okay, so this room, I'm gonna charge the flipendo right now. It has to be big in order to push that block. And then I'm gonna attempt to do a lock skip up here. It's a frame perfect trick. Saves a bit of time.
Nice.
No,
Oh,
didn't get it, didn't get
Ah,
it.
shit.
You heard
Yeah.
the lock flinging. It's
Yeah.
because I was a bit too late, I think.
Oh, shit.
So now the biggest troll part of the game. I got the first one, the second one. Come on, yeah, great.
All right.
Everyone hates the books. always giving you trouble.
How many points did that give, actually? The books?
Sorry?
How many points did that give, the books?
Actually, don't remember. We just saw it, right? But
It's 5 each, I think.
yeah, and in the other room, there was a rat that we could kill. We didn't
Yeah.
do that because it'll cost 10 frames. When we have more points, it'll count for longer in the cutscene.
Yeah.
And yeah, in the end, where, spoiler alert, we're gonna kill
Defeat
Voldemort.
Voldemort, yeah.
What? Yeah, I know. We'll receive 60 points for that, and the rat is 10 points. So actually, Voldemort is worth 6 rats, if you do the math.
Yep.
That's what the game thinks.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. That's a good insult to remember.
It's a Voldemort there, yeah. Good
Right.
PM.
So a thing that we've all been looking for a while is tutorial skip. If you get up on that ledge where we just dropped down from in this room, you can actually skip the entirety of the tutorial, but unfortunately it's not possible.
Yeah.
We've tested it, of course. The likes of Shima and others, I think Red Hot maybe as well, tested it and found out that it actually works if you can get up there.
And annoyingly, that ledge is ledge grabbable, but it's just too far, slightly too far away to be able to get to it.
Yeah, actually, they put... Normally in this game, all ledges are grabbable unless they put like a no-grab trigger on them. And they did that in the tutorial room, but only for some of it. So I guess there is hope, but we haven't found it yet. It'll save like 4 minutes or something. Yeah, so here goes flying. You'll get to see that awfully a lot in this game. It is actually a lot more difficult than it looks. There's a lot of lag during flights, especially in the Quidditch games.
The next test, fly through it.
But I'll try my best here. Other than that, it's not really that exciting. And there's no real stress for this. Just try your best. And do it as fast as possible. You don't actually have to collect all of the rings, but if you collect them all, the game stops immediately, which is faster, of course, than letting the timer run out.
Good bean grab.
Sorry?
Good bean grab.
Yeah, good bean grab. Yeah, that's obviously a setup for later.
Ready for a top as before.
Okay, so here comes the last one, and this is the toughest one, obviously, and yeah, it might go wrong. It's, if you miss one, you have to fly around, and it takes a bunch of time, and it's annoying, and yeah. So let's just hope I don't do that. Yeah. All right, that's it for flight training. Now goes... No, I am not.
No, I am not.
Yeah, every time. Yeah, so now comes the first lesson. The Wingardium Leviosa. Yeah.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Oh, what do you mean?
I don't.
Yeah, well. Yeah. So before each lesson, there's kind of a time trial thing, a parkour stage. It's not too bad. Here a huge NPC skip coming up. Saves, I don't know, 1 second.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so flying tables and yellow beans.
The dream.
The dream. Now, spawning tables. More yellow beans. Okay, like sometimes Harry can actually choose to not jump for some reason when you run off the ledge. Luckily it didn't happen. Okay, so this is learning how to wave the wand. Except for the fact that you never have to actually do this to do the spell in the game. You just, just have to do this.
That was good. Excellent.
Yeah, the window for pressing these are absolutely huge, so you should never fail them unless you really want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, let's a charmed up.
Yes. Isn't that cool? Learn how to lift objects.
Press the Wingardium Leviosa.
All right. So after that, we're gonna go outside and go learn the Incendio spell. And I've been trying for weeks now to remember the fast Incendio inputs. For some reason, there's just not a free slot in my brain to remember them. So
you can get.
I think I remember one of them. But yeah, it's not a big time save. Yeah, you'll get to see what I mean. But first, Malfoy is in the way. Our good friend over from the Slytherin house. Yeah. And Malfoy, there's a kind of a quick kill or quick strat that I believe Nanonym found. At least he made the guide, and I'm gonna try and follow those steps. So, well, Potter. There's a meme in the community about this. If you have the game in French, he says "Bien, bien, Potter," which sounds kind of funny. Okay, we just gotta lift this for no reason, and that blasts open the door, and
that'll allow him to get reinforcements later.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done, Potter.
Yeah. Yeah, now he's mad. So this is a game of wizard crackers. Just gotta wait for him to throw it, the next one. What? The Malfoy kiss. Yeah. Right, so it's the same again, just now Malfoy has stronger crackers now, and he has the small ones. Okay, so let's hope I can do the setup. Or just some of the setup. Yeah. So far, so good. Now the last one. Grab, you idiot! Yeah, they're not really helping him, right? Actually helping me. Okay, I might be off now, but we'll see.
Nice.
Didn't get it. Yeah, so now we'll take this a little more time. It's fine. Yeah, should be it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and that was it. Basically, Hagrid is gonna ask you to get some fire seeds for him to crack open the dragon egg, if you all remember that from the movie. Harry getting the fire seeds and all, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's basically like the barrier skip of Harry Potter. It's just like a fence, and when you get the fire seeds, Hagrid opens the fence. So obviously, we've been looking for a way to surpass that fence, and we found it a couple of years ago. It's actually what got me into the game. I was browsing, it was at the time where Purple had the 141.09. I guess that's still his PB, but that was the world record once. And I watched that and kind of was interested in the game, so I watched his videos and saw he had a video of like an almost fire suit skip. It was way back then. And I really like finding glitches and strats for games, so that got me hooked. So I spent a lot of time with save states and hours and hours and hours, and finally got past the fence, and when I went to tell everyone, Purple was like, "Yeah, I found that a month ago. Just didn't make the video public." I was like, yeah, "Okay, fair enough."
You
But we
know if
still
you can
didn't
buy
have,
vouchers
like,
to your Tibia account
perfect
somehow.
setup, so
You can only buy new account with voucher.
that was kind of the next thing. So
most women can't protect
days
themselves, so they get
hours
scared for
and hours
everything.
in my lab.
Yeah, but you know nowadays
I
people,
managed to find a
rape
setup
here, rape there.
that works, that we do still now. People have found some like different steps for later in the setup, but yeah, that was a big thing. It saves about 5 minutes, and it's always like a key part of the run. It's fun getting it first try, and but the setup is very precise, so we'll see if I can do it first try on this monitor. But yeah, it's coming up after this. And for people who remember this game, we're going to... It's just next to Hagrid's hut. We're actually gonna jump on top of Hagrid's hut, which is a funny thing. There is a little bit faster strat, but a little more risky, and I feel more comfortable with this one. Yeah, so that was what we call ghost input. I didn't actually press triangle. Just happens sometimes. I think it has something to do with when you press the last button before it buffers the button and just presses it immediately. But yeah, loses some time. Yeah, and here goes the first incendio, which